guys, it's Saturday. I hope everyone's day is off to an amazing start. It's really early Saturday morning. When you saw me last, I was getting ready to go out for a run. It was a little chilly this morning, but it felt really nice. So what I am getting ready to do right now is have my breakfast, and I will show you guys what I am having this morning. I hope you guys have some nice stuff planned for the weekend. But what I am having this morning is just a little oatmeal, and I cut up a few slices of banana in there. And I'll show you the type of oatmeal that I'm having. It is the Better Oats, and I'm not sure if you guys can get a glimpse of the kitchen, but I'm getting ready to tackle that right now. It's a little messy. This is what happens when you have people over to your house and you don't clean it up after they leave. So I'm gonna clean it up in a minute, but I'm having the Better Oats Bare Instant. I didn't cook it on the stove. It's the instant multi-grain oatmeal, and it has a few flax seeds in it, so it's really good. And I'm not sure if you guys remember in, I think it was my last video, I talked about, or you can actually hear it, the fact that I had a sinus infection, and I get them every year without fail. So I was talking to my primary care physician about it, and outside of antibiotics, there's not a whole lot that you can do for a sinus infection. I didn't want to do the antibiotics this year because last year when I took them, I got really sick, and like seriously sick. Ended up in the emergency room, so I didn't take it this year. But she actually suggested that I start taking or drinking every day a shot of apple cider vinegar, and that's what I'm getting ready to do this morning. I'll show you guys my little recipe for it. It's not my recipe. You can find it on Instagram, internet, everywhere. But I'm gonna see if Eric will take some of it with me. He's never done it before. Alright, so I am all done in the kitchen. I have a few more things I need to do around the house today, and I need to run some errands. One of the errands is going to be to run to the cleaners. It's getting cooler, so I wanted to take my coats, specifically my darker coats, to the cleaners because, you know, after they've sat over the summer, they can kind of collect dust and get like a musty smell on them sometimes. So I want to take them to the cleaners and, you know, get them freshened up. And I remembered that I've never shown you guys my other closet. I have my big closet room, but I also have a closet that I share with Eric off of our master bathroom. And this area also houses my little chick cave and now my command center. So I will show you the command center. The command center is still a work in progress, but I wanted to show you guys around my little coat closet. This is where I house all of my boots and coats and other little things that I don't want to put in my other closet. But let me see if I can give you guys a better view. So here I am standing over in my chick cave area of the closet, and you walk in, and to the right you see boots, right in front of you you see boots, and then over here I have my coats. Up here I have these little containers, and those just hold my maxi dresses. You know, maxi dresses are long and I don't like for them to drag the floor, so I just kind of fold them up and put them up there. And I love that this area of the house is carpeted. I love that. This is what it looks like. To me it almost looks like a little nail salon with that nail rack there. I might have to find another place for that. I don't know. But so as you walk out, again, just my little chick cave area. I got me some more butter dishes. A few videos back I actually mentioned that I purchased butter dishes from the Dollar Tree and I use them as drawer organizers. They make really good drawer organizers. So I needed a few more, and I use them here in these drawers that we picked up from IKEA. Eric actually put those together for me. And this is just another look from over in this direction of the coat closet. It's a really good size. Nice and cozy. Over here, I have my little command center. I have my command center divided up into schools. We've actually narrowed down the schools for Chase to just 2. So this top half is for one of the schools, and this bottom half is for the other school. I'm just out here walking around in my backyard. I love my backyard. I'm out here right now looking at how everything has kind of changed or is in the process of changing for fall, but it's still so hot here in Atlanta, so not a whole lot has changed. But I've worked out for today. I've ran all of my errands, and I think I'm getting a little hungry. I want a snack, but it's in between lunch and dinner, so I don't want anything too heavy. So I think I'm gonna go inside and make like a fruit salad. All of my fruits. I washed my grapes. So in my little salad bowl right there behind me, I have some really fresh watermelon and just I think it's a melon or a cantaloupe actually. And as you saw, they're pretty small because there are only 3 of us here in the house, and I don't really want to get like a large melon and it have it go to waste. So just 2 small melons, some grapes, and my favorite, some strawberries. So those are all chopped and put back there in the bowl. And as you saw too, I added just a little bit of some lime and some mint, just to kind of, keep those flavors just kind of nice and fresh and popping. I didn't want to add too much, because if I'd added too much, then Eric and Chase wouldn't eat it. They don't like anything too fancy. So just a little bit of mint, a little squeeze of lime. It just really helps to keep it keep the flavors kind of vibrant. So what I'm getting ready now to do is add that pineapple that you see back there. I do not have a pineapple peeler, so I'm going to show you guys how I cut up my pineapple just using a basic chef's knife. Doesn't that fruit look so juicy and delicious? Oh my gosh, it's going to be even more amazing once I add in this pineapple. I love pineapple. If you don't have it in season or in the market near you, you can absolutely get it in the can, but getting it fresh is absolutely the way to go if you can. And so giving it a little yielding test there kind of dictates whether or not your fruit is at its ripest. So you want to start by removing the crown, and also your crown is a great indicator of whether or not your pineapple is ripe. So start by moving the crown and the bottom or base of your pineapple. That crown would absolutely make an amazing centerpiece. So right here, I am just going to go ahead and split my pineapple in half before removing the outer layer. You can absolutely keep it whole and remove the outer skin of your pineapple. Either way works perfectly. This is just the way that I have become accustomed to doing. All right, and so depending on the size of your pineapple pieces, you're going to cut your pineapple in half and then possibly even again into quarters. Remove the outer layer of your pineapple. Take a small knife and cut off any remaining eyes. Slice it up and you are good to go.
On this journey, what are we saying? Making excuses, no. Tell all the people we know we're getting ready to go. It's time. Life is passing by. Any, mini, money, mo. Pick a place and there we'll go. Work this jungle like a pro and learn to last. Any, mini, money, mo. when I see people in places and things so clear. Oh, life has brought me here. Any, many, money, more. Pick a place and there we'll go. Work this jungle like a pro and learn to laugh. Any, many, money, more. Try some food that I don't know. That's the rhythm of my soul. But that's me. What about you? Get on up, let's go. Let's go. We've got some money and gas in the car, so let's hit the road. Can't you see we're moving slow? It's dangerous. We'll see. We'll both be gone. Each way we'll be safe and safe. We'll be gone. Rainy day, so you. Let's go. Let's go. Let's take a trip to a foreign place that we don't even know. Don't you feel we're moving slow? It's sudden. We'll see. The world's not waiting on you or me. You're the one I love. So love and have a little fun. Life is a journey. Life is a miracle. Life can be perfect. Life can be wonderful. A celebration. Let's go. Life is amazing. So dance and love and have a little. Baby, let's have some fun. Life is a journey. Life is a miracle. Life can be perfect. Life can be wonderful. A celebration. Life is amazing. So dance and love and have a little. Get on up, let's go. Let's go. We've got some money and gas in the car, so let's hit the road. Can't you see we're moving slow? It's dangerous. We'll see. We'll both be gone. Eventually.
Eric and I are headed to the open house for the first school that we are looking to kind of enroll Chase in, and I can't believe I am so nervous. I never would have expected that my stomach would be in knots right now. So this really must be how some of you feel, I guess, when your kids are starting the first day of school and Chase isn't even starting. And also keep in mind, we haven't even chosen this school, but I don't know, just having to, you know, go up here and meet with the headmaster and some of the other administrators at the school and his potential teachers. I don't know, it's kind of nerve-wracking right now. We're supposed to be there at 7. It is currently 6:15. Eric, how far would you say we are away?
We'll get there on time, but it's going to be in this traffic. I mean, it's rush hour in Atlanta.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of bad.
We should. School's only like a few miles away, but it's.
But we had to leave like an hour early. Yeah. Literally, we had to leave home an hour early. Traffic is so bad in Atlanta, and you will see too. We are kind of somewhat casually dressed. Let's see. We're both wearing jeans and just little light blazers. This particular school is a little bit more laid back than the other school that we are looking to, you know, just kind of investigate for a Chase. But we like that because we had to kind of rush and get out of the house, so being able to wear something a little bit more casual was nice. But anyway, we're gonna get back to driving. Hopefully we will get there on time, and I'll let you guys know how everything goes. So yesterday, how did yesterday go? This is going to be a twofold answer. The school itself was pretty much as we expected. I'm not sure if I mentioned it when I started talking about the school yesterday, but the school is really laid back. We really love their style of educating the kids. They really let the kids kind of take control. They don't have a whole lot of just restrictions at the school, so we really like that. The part that I did not enjoy, and if I am out of breath, it is because I'm at the park right now, and as you can see, I'm wearing my weight vest and I'm walking up a hill. But the part that we didn't really enjoy about yesterday's open house at the school, it was the parents. I have a video, and if I remember, I'll leave the link for that video below, where I think both Eric and I were talking about just competition, just needless competition. We saw so much of that on yesterday. Again, sorry for the shade, got kind of dark, but I'm in the shade under these trees. It feels so good though. But just needless competition. Yesterday at the open house, I just saw so much competitiveness between parents, and it wasn't even necessary. We were all there for one common goal, and that was to see if the school was a fit for the education needs of our kids. You would have thought they were giving out prizes, money, I don't know. A lot of the parents were just really uptight, just real tight and tense. Why? You know, if you've been following Eric and I for any length of time, then you know we are pretty laid back and just really happy-go-lucky. And to see parents there who were just, I don't know, just so tense for no reason. We were supposed to be able to mingle and network with one another. None of that happened last night. So we have another school that we're going to go and check out next week. So hopefully, you know, the networking that we were looking to make with the parents is going to be a little bit better at this particular school. And oh, if you can kind of see behind me, you'll see a lot of construction and stuff. Like I said, we're in the park. We're at Piedmont Park right now, or I'm at Piedmont Park right now, and they're setting up for Pride weekend. So the park doesn't look as pretty as it typically does, but anyway, hopefully next week the outcome will be a little bit better, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish my workout. Eric and Chase are off playing golf today.
All right, guys, I'm doing this voiceover because there's just too much music in the background. Chase, my brother, and I went to an indoor golf range called Top Golf. It's a really neat concept. You basically pay for the games and then you aim for these targets, these big circles you see. So it's kind of like an indoor driving range. You can see here, that's my brother hitting some balls. We didn't really take the game too seriously. We were just kind of out there messing around. We're kind of semi-serious golfers. You can see you wave your little golf club over the little machine there and it pops out a golf club. That's me. So it's really fun. It's kind of like Dave & Buster's with the food. So it's a really neat hangout spot.
Hi guys, welcome to Tea Time with Tan and Eric. The topic for today's tea time is, and let me look over here real quick. We wrote it down. The things that guys, they don't care about. Things that men don't care about.
That women obsess over.
That women obsess over.
So one of those might be glasses. So
Do you like my new glasses, Eric?
So these are my wife's. I do like these.
These are the cat eyes.
Yeah, some of you may have watched a previous video where my wife got some new glasses. I said they were okay, and she took that as I hated them. So
that is code for I'm not really feeling them.
And some of you guys had the same feedback, so she went and got some new and improved glasses.
Yeah, I do actually like these a little bit better. I think these do kind of go fit better with my personality and just personal style. So yeah, loving the cat eyes.
So I'm wearing these glasses. I don't wear glasses, but I'm wearing these in solidarity. Not. So I think the first thing that women obsess about that guys don't really care about are stretch marks.
The dreaded stretch marks. Listen, for those of you who are part of the UnFrumpy Mommy family and you may be a little bit younger and you haven't yet crossed over into the, expansion territory as it relates to weight, you may have no idea what we're talking about. If you have no children, if you haven't, been pregnant, again, you have no idea, what we are speaking of. But if you live long enough, if you are blessed to live long enough, then you, my friend, not wishing this on you, but there's a great chance that you will be welcomed into the stretch marks.
And where do the stretch marks usually? What part of the body are the stretch marks? The butt? Is it the butt? The side?
The side, flanks, and the buttocks,
And there's nothing wrong with it. It's not a big deal. You don't have to be monochromatic color all throughout. Like
I understand
stretch marks, freckles. It's just, we don't want perfection. There's nothing wrong with stretch marks.
Really?
And cocoa butter does not work.
Why have you been reading about cocoa butter though?
Well, when you have a certain chocolatey skin tone, you want no. But yeah, so I've read that cocoa butter doesn't work.
But here's the thing with the stretch marks. I don't have a problem with stretch marks per se. Had I been born with stretch marks, I wouldn't really have a problem with it. But the issue is when your body starts out one way and then, some years down the line, you start to transform into something else.
I actually think they can be kind of sexy. The cellulite. You guys.
Cellulite, I cannot stand. I think I would put up with the stretch marks a little bit more than the cellulite.
It's not that big a deal.
No, because he's still see the stretch marks underneath the clothes you can't really see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The stretch marks, I'm sorry, the cellulite, depending on what you're wearing, you can't really hide it.
It's not that big a
You know
deal.
what I'm
And
saying?
see,
You got lumps and bumps and all kind of stuff going on.
half the time you can't see it, or if you can, it's really minor. And the stretch marks and the cellulite both fall under the category of weight, which is the third thing that you guys, I think, obsess about too much. And not that, look, I think everybody should watch their weight.
What do we obsess about next?
Weight.
Weight.
Yeah, I think everybody should watch their weight and be healthy to a point. But I think, and I do think the trend has changed, and it's changing. But I think for a long time, curves were not appreciated.
Yeah,
and I'm a big fan of the women appreciating their curves movement.
With it.
And I will say this, for those of you that are under 40 watching this, you will hear people say, oh, when you turn 40, your metabolism changes. Take it from two folks that just turned 40 recently. That is true. You will wake up.
Retweet.
The other thing you guys obsess about it, and especially my sisters out there, the black women, hair. I think, you know, I don't have.
What are we doing?
Well, so I don't have Instagram, but I go through her Instagram and her YouTube, and it's like it's so segmented. It's, you got the natural hair, then you got the relaxed hair, then you have the weaves and the extension, which everybody does now,
And the units.
and I think it's just like it's just so segmented, and I feel like you guys feel like you have to be one way or the other. I feel
Right.
like you should be able to mix it up and just wear whatever you want to wear.
Wait,
whatever
tell
you
them
feel like.
about where were we at? In the grocery store or Target or somewhere,
Oh my
and
God.
you were looking for something.
So yeah, I've heard of like the natural hair products, like the Carol's Daughter. I've heard of that. I see it like when you watch HSN, right?
Late at night I watch it, and she's on there a lot.
But I never looked at it. So I was in there buying the stuff for my hair. I get I'm old school. I just get the pink oil, Luster's pink oil.
And nuts and juices
Yeah.
and berries.
But next to it was the Carol's Daughter. The thing was like this bit was like $14.
That's
So,
a
like,
good
the thing-
size though.
That was. I'm like, no. You need to go to.
How much was it?
It's like $14.
$14.
You guys need to go to
We
the
could
health
probably
food
make
store,
that. We
buy
could
some
probably
olive
make that.
oil.
Some olive oil, some
cocoa
coconut
butter,
oil,
yeah.
some jojoba oil.
Yeah, it's yeesh. The other thing is wrinkles. Wrinkles, you know, aren't as that big a deal.
I am, and I think I did include that footage in this video. If not, it's the previous video. But I am a faithful believer of getting into your esthetician or your dermatologist and taking care.
But does that prevent
of that
wrinkles?
skin. Well, I think some of the treatments can kind of combat
Okay.
it. I mean, I don't think anything can really prevent wrinkles. It's
Right.
just part of the aging process.
Right.
But whatever I can do to kind of
So do you remember
Slow
that
down
one
the
time?
process.
So she's gotten Botox once, right?
yeah.
She got it once.
Wow.
No, but listen, we were at the dermatologist. I think our son was at the dermatologist for something else,
Yeah,
right?
we were taking, it was Chase's visit.
and the lady was like, well, you know, do you want to try the Botox? So you tried it, and I saw absolutely no difference. It didn't do anything for you. You look the same.
I saw some slight changes.
I didn't
and,
see anything.
and if you've ever had Botox before, ladies, then you know that it takes, you know, a couple of weeks for it to kind of kick in.
I didn't see any difference.
Really?
Older women can be attractive. It's not like you guys just, oh, I got some crow's feet or some lines and I'm just hideous and I gotta hide. You know, that's the other trend I like too. Not in addition to the curvy women, I also think now I'm glad to see that women of a certain age are still viewed as attractive. Like I see a lot of people giving like Angela Bassett props. I think she's like 58.
Yeah, I don't know how she's up there.
And she's
But
playing.
she's great. She looks wonderful.
So back in the day, she played Cuba Gooding's mom on Boys in the Hood. The movie Boys in the Hood, if you haven't seen it, it's an old movie. I think it came out in the 90s. She played Cuba Gooding Jr.'s mom. And now she's in a new series and she's playing his sister.
And she still looks
And she looks younger than him. She's like reverse age.
Amazing.
And that's your doppelganger. The other thing, and I think this is more for the single women, I feel like women feel like if they're single, they have to know how to cook or know sports to get a guy. I don't know.
Right. I think the cooking and the sports, like you said, if you are single and I think possibly over maybe 30, you think that you have to be all these things to kind of get, you know, a mate. You have to be almost a magician to get this guy. But
yeah, I would say, you know, there's that, what's that expression? He's just not that into you. If a guy really likes you,
you don't have to know how to cook.
We would love for you to
I didn't know how to cook.
Right. We
for
would love
a long time.
Yeah, we would love for you to know how to cook, but it's not like if a guy's really attracted to you, he's not like gonna be like, well, she can't cook, so I'm hands on.
Hey.
You know what I mean? And the same thing with sports. I think a lot of women feel like you have to be really, really into sports, and you don't.
Yeah, I'm not really big into sports.
Yeah. And a lot of guys, I think a lot of women assume that all guys love sports, and that's not necessarily true. Like, I watch a little bit of basketball and football, but I'm not like a sports.
We like look at sports.
Yeah, but I'm not like a.
I don't have to worry about the weekend coming, and like right now, it's almost football season.
Yeah, it is football.
I don't have to worry about oh my gosh, it's the weekend or it's Monday night or whatever day football comes on. Oh my gosh, Eric is going to be on lockdown.
Right.
No.
I watch a game here and there, but I'm not like, and I
love that.
So I think that's about it as far as I think things that women think guys really care about. I know there's some you have there's things guys obsess about that y'all don't care about, right?
Such as
like guys don't have to be handy or tall. We don't have to be like over 6 feet or really handy or anything.